Good morning. Bright and sunny one today. We got a Hagie coming this afternoon to spray some tassel fungicide on some corn, so we're going to get everything ready to go for that. We did most of it yesterday, but I'm going to fire up the semi over here, hooked up to the tender trailer, and we're going to fill those tanks up with water so we can get some more water running so we don't run out and we'll have plenty. And we're going to need to tender to him some of the different fields anyway. So we'll get going with that this morning, and then I got a couple other little projects we're going to work on. It's full. You can do that where you spill it over when it's water. You can't do that when it's fertilizer. Okay, so both tanks are full on here. That was about half of our water supply, maybe not quite. So we got the well running again. We'll let those refill. We're gonna have to figure out chemicals. Probably gonna put a bunch of stuff in jugs to get it to the field. But there's essentially 3 sprayer loads worth of water on the truck now, and I could set the shuttles on there, but how do I get 2 or potentially 3 shuttles on there? It's just easier to put it in jugs. So we'll figure that out when we get to it. We'll probably load here the first couple times anyway, because we have some fields that are nice and close here. So I'm gonna pull this out of the way for now. So on the lots of little jobs that need done and checking things off the list front here, we're done with this trailer. Done with it for a couple of months anyway, till we deliver some wheat probably. We've got all the boxes back that we needed to do. There's no more spring seed deliveries to make, and so we're going to take care of it a little bit, because this was a brand new trailer last fall. It's just been used this year, and it's dirty, and I want to clean it up, and I think I might coat the deck in some more linseed oil. I had put some on last winter and let it set there and trying to protect it a little bit. It's weathered. It's just sitting outside the spring here. So we're going to take this down to the farm, get the power washer out, clean it up real good, get some of the excess straps out of my box there, and we'll see what we want to do from there. Well, we got it soaped up. Now we'll get it cleaned off. Probably didn't really need the soap on the deck, but I mostly wanted to get underneath, which we did. Good enough. We got it cleaned up pretty good. I'm sure it'll look dirty once it dries, because I didn't scrub it or anything. We did soap it. I don't know. We got what I wanted to off, the heavy dirt and dust and stuff. Last year, right after I got it, I had put that fluid film on, which should help keep it from rusting, but it also made it kind of sticky, so the dust all stuck to it from all the dirt roads up in Michigan. But it's okay. It's worth it. I'm trying really hard to keep this thing from turning into a pile of rust within 2 or 3 years, like most trailers do. And most trailers do it because, well, the paint they use is junk and they don't do a very good job painting. For example, the inside of this little pocket right here, you can't see down there, no paint. So now it's rusty. The quality, come on. Next up on the jobs list, the early sweet corn down there is getting close to being ready, so it's time for an electric fence, and we're only putting it up one time, so we go around the whole patch. This is the last planted stuff. It's got a ways to go yet, but yeah, we've got 4 distinct planting timings. The first 2 are fairly close together, but that's okay. In other news, my wife's pumpkins and sunflowers are looking pretty good. Weed control is we did okay. There's some weeds out here, but look at all the sunflowers. Get out on this side, you can see them better. They're really pretty. She's doing a great job. Got some zinnias down here. They look really nice. So, and there are some pumpkins coming and some other stuff. We've got some butternut squash right here. We got some, whatever those are. I don't know if those are acorn squash. They don't look like acorn squash, but there's something in there. And then, where's it at? Somewhere, oh, right over here. These are the biggest pumpkins to this point. Got some nice ones. There's 3 on this plant. There's one over there. The other stuff was a little later planted, and they're coming, but nothing real sizable yet, I don't think. I don't know. It's been a few days since I walked out here. It's mini pumpkins. She did a great job. Got all the posts put in that we need. Got these nice white just step-in stakes we'll use along the sides, and then I put a T-post in all the corners to support the wire. I need to go find, I'm gonna have to go buy some more of the little plastic insulators to keep it from hitting the T-post. That one over there's got some on it, those little yellow plastic things down there. I can't find any more of those. So I was working on this fence over here, right? What you don't know is that last clip was probably 2 hours ago, because I decided I needed to go and get some of these. And I'm like, well, I'll go get some lunch and get a few other things. So I've been gone for a couple hours. I forgot. I started the sprinkler before I left. It's been sitting in this one spot for a while, although it's not as wet as I thought it was going to be. All right, it's covering a big circle, so that's not so bad. Trying to water my wife's garden, and I decided it can water my grass too, because why not? We can move it. I was afraid it was going to be flooded here. Because we jump all over the place here instead of sticking with one project until it's done, we're back to the trailer. It's clean, mostly, and it's dry now, so I have some boiled linseed oil. That's probably not the right stuff to use, but I have it. I used it on here last fall, winter, and let it set all winter and soak in, and trying to protect the wood. That's what I'm trying to do. Keep it from warping and drying out and rotting and all of that good stuff. I thought it would last longer. It doesn't. I don't know if it did anything or not. We'd probably be better off with like a deck sealer or something, or just straight used engine oil. But guess what? I have this stuff. So dang it, we're going to use it up because I have it right here. So I'm going to go get a roller and a roller tray, and we're going to roll the deck, and then we're going to go park it. Pretty simple procedure. Roll it on. Then the water can't soak in. Something like that. There we go. That really sucked that stuff in. I used every bit of a gallon because that jug wasn't empty. And I used it, and there's less in the second jug than what that one had in it when I started. So, yeah, I went over a little bit of it twice. But it's soaking in. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see if it helps at all. It's got to help. I don't know if it's the best stuff to use, like I said, but it's got to help. It doesn't take much to do it. Move the sprinkler again. All right, we're gonna go unhook this trailer, and I'm gonna leave it down at the farm because I don't really want it sitting down here in my driveway. I'm trying to clean stuff up a little bit, so we can do that. We can leave the truck down here, but also flagpole landscaping is kind of the next thing. I don't know if it's next on the list, but it's also on the list. So yeah, we need to get to that. Straw crew is in today. This is the last field of ours that's got windrows on it and hasn't been baled yet. They've been raking the last couple of days trying to get it to dry out from all the rain that we got out a week ago. And now they're in there baling. Now that my truck's not hooked up to a gooseneck and married to it, like it has been for 4 months, we can hook up to our fuel trailer, which we need to go fuel up our generator at the irrigation field. So we're gonna go do that. Also just got a text that my Hagie guy is about 45 minutes out, and so by the time we get back from doing this, and yeah, it'll be time to get some corn fungicide stuff around. So we'll make a plan of attack, see how late he wants to work tonight, what he wants to get done. Hopefully we can get a bunch done tonight and finish it up in the morning. That's my plan. I gotta be done by say 2 o'clock tomorrow, or earlier if possible. This corn is just beautiful through here. We're starting to see just a little bit of signs of stress on some of it. Just the compaction in the corners and very the worst spots of the ends and stuff. But we're getting to it. We're watering it. I mean, we're going to be over most of the field by the end of the day tomorrow. 2 days. Sunday. By the end of Sunday, we'll be across most of the field since we started it up the other day. So Yeah, we're doing the best we can, keeping after it. It looks fantastic. Our fertilizer tank keeps getting lower and lower, which means we're putting it on, which is what we want. That is a good thing. I haven't made it to get any more concrete yet. All is good here. 100 gallons of fuel later. That's 2 days running, burning just over 50 gallons a day. It's, what, a little over 2 gallons an hour. That's pretty good, actually. It'll be nice to get some power here from the line instead of the generator, but yeah, we'll see. I have not heard back from Power Company. They came out a week ago today. Is that a week ago today? And looked at stuff, and we're supposed to be getting us an estimate, but I haven't heard from them yet. Time to go. Loading up the sprayer. Let's get some corn done. All right, he is off to doing the first field. It was one of the first ones we planted, but I'm gonna stick out around here for now, and he's gonna come back and load. You'll notice this is a different Hagie. This is a brand new one this year. We'll get some seed time in it. We're gonna make sure we got our drone ready to go, get some stuff. We're gonna spray a bunch of acres tonight and tomorrow morning. This is gonna be fun. So while he's spraying that, I am getting the next batch ready to go. I'm trying to be as little of a pain in the butt as possible and not screw around with stupid little plots, but we've got some stupid little plots and we're gonna have to screw around with them. One of them is the field right around the corner here where I've got my high management plot. Standard, grower standard versus, you know, throw everything we can at it kind of thing. And so we've got some more of our Anderson's products. The foliars that we are testing, we have this overpass. It's a 2202, I think. Is that right? Yeah, 2202. So it's 22% nitrogen, 2% potash, percent of sulfur, and 0.5% boron. So we're going to throw that in. That goes in at 1 gallon to the acre, which is a high rate for a foliar. We're also going to use some of this Easy Molly B. We've used some of this on some beans, and we may have used it on the corn earlier as well. Some more boron, molybdenum, a little bit of nitrogen in there. So we're going to put that in. We have in that picture there actually an Ag X product, this Onward Max. That's a PGR, a plant growth regulator, cytokine, GABA, choline chloride, stuff that is supposed to help that plant in the reproductive phases to be more reproductive, I guess. I don't know. It's a thing that I have that we're testing. We're going to throw it in there, so I've got enough for 20 acres in there. We're also going to use some of our Sweet and Easy. We need 10 gallons of that. It's easier to just measure it out in that 5-gallon container than it is to put a pump on there, so trying to get that ready to go. So on the first sprayer load, all we had was our Miravis Neo and our boron. On the next load, we're going to go Miravis Neo. We're going to actually leave the boron out because we're using those for our foliar boron, which it has. Right or wrong, I don't know. There's a lot more boron in that than there is in those, but that's the program, so that's what we're using. So we'll have the Neo, we'll have the Overpass, the Easy Molly B, the Sweet and Easy, and the Onward Max there. Again, throw everything you can at it, right? The pain in the butt part of that is that we're going to go over and do a field and spray one round and then pull into another field and spray one round and one pass, and then he's going to be empty because we're doing 20 acres worth. Then we come back, we load up with more Neo and the boron, and we spray the rest of those fields except for the standard practice one that doesn't get any fungicide, so we leave around there that doesn't get any of this stuff, so we know what the difference is. And he does already know that we do this stuff because one, we did it last year, and two, he white dropped that field where we did our high management stuff, so it's okay. He'll be all right. That should be all of the screwing around with trial type stuff that we do tonight. The rest of it will just be loaded up and go. I do have another field tomorrow where we're going to use the rest of this pallet up on 80 acres where we're irrigating, so we'll put it up there tomorrow. He's back. All right, we're gonna load up for 20 acres. It's like 300 gallons. Okay, we got him loaded up. We gotta head over to the field and beat him there and find the rows. Make sure he's in the right spot. We get right on our split so that our data is good. The corn has gotten tall, so it makes it very difficult to film stuff out here, but he's on his row. We're gonna go, he's just making one round here, and then we're going to the next field to spray this tank load out, and then we'll go reload with a full load. So we're gonna head to the next field and find the line down there. We'll watch them get started here. Can't show you much. That's my hand as far up as it'll go. You should have noticed there though that so the Hagies have a front mount boom. That's what makes them different and unique. Not necessarily unique, but different than like the John Deere sprayer that we run, and most sprayers have a rear mounted boom. It's also high clearance. It's taller. That's why we use the Hagie to spray this corn instead of ours. If I brought our John Deere sprayer out here, anything that passed underneath the sprayer would basically break off and would not be, it would be bad. We would do a lot of damage. This is tall enough clearance that the corn may bend over a little bit, but it's not snapping the stalks off. The corn will recover just fine. However, because that corn is brushing underneath the bottom of the sprayer as he's going through the field, and with a front mount boom, the last thing you want is to spray that corn and then drive over it and rub all that chemical off on the bottom of the sprayer. So they have a way of basically turning the center section of the front boom off. There's a rear boom off the back that then sprays that corn as it's standing back up. So most of it is with the main boom in the front, but the center section, the stuff that goes underneath the sprayer, gets sprayed with the rear boom. This field down here, I've kind of been doing the same thing. When I was spraying that one over there, I mix up enough for 20 acres and I make my round over there and then come over here and do another 2 rounds or whatever it takes to spray out that 20 acres. And so we're going to do that, and then he'll come back with just the fungicide and the normal boron that we use on the rest of the field, so that the difference is the foliar products and not the fungicide. He can't see me. I'm not tall enough, and I don't have a big tall flag to stick up, so I broke off the runt ear. We can hold that up. He can find that. Corn looks healthy. It looks really good. I think we're gonna have a good crop. I just hope we keep getting some rain here. Okay, we got him loaded up for a full load. Gonna go finish those 2 fields that we just did parts of. Let's go see how Dad's doing. He's been painting all day, literally all day. Got the roof primed this morning, been doing all the sides and everything here this afternoon. Looks like he went around and got everything down low, and now he's getting up high. How much paint have you used today? 30 gallons? The last 5 of 30? Yeah, I used 25. Nice. Yeah. Now there's a little bit left to trouble, though. I couldn't fuck it all out. Yeah. Better than a roller, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah. It won't end up gray. That's just the primer, but 30 gallons. We're done. Getting painting lessons. Well, it's dry. Okay. Well, I just loaded him up for one more load tonight. 60 acres right around the corner. So he's going to do that. It's a 8:15 already, so it's getting kind of late. And then he's going to be here bright and early first thing in the morning. Hopefully I'll be out of bed and ready to go. We got about 700 or 800 acres that I would like to do tomorrow, so I'm gonna do it by 2 o'clock. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll get the drone out tomorrow, get some good footage of it. We're gonna take Miss Morelli home.
And me. And me.
Did you get any gators or go-karts stuck today?
No.
No? Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your questions, comments down below. We'll see you later. Can you tell them bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.